Alright, welcome back to episode 2, where we left off. We just ambushed Hans. So let's go ahead and get in. It says it's going to be a close victory. We'll see if we can do a little bit better than that. It looks like it's a pretty comparable army, actually. The only thing he doesn't have is the Ambered Wizard. So, we'll see how it goes. I doubt there'll be any actual comments, but I'm kind of recording these all in a little hour, 2 hour block of my day. So if there are any comments, I won't comment on them here because I haven't seen them yet. All right, let's set up our ambush. Clear points of All right, let's set up our gunners here. Well, do we want to do that actually? I think I would prefer to set the gunners here because they'll be elevated. Then we can stick a couple, some halberds and some swordsmen. Let's see if we can position them well enough. We'll put them a little bit farther forward. How about that? There we go. We'll stick Karl right here. I think the archers would be pretty good set up here with these swordsmen up front. I don't know how useful the mortar is going to be in its current position. Maybe we'll keep the Amber Wizard over here. And let's get the Reichsguard right here so we can try to hit the mortar before it can do anything. And with that, I think we're set up. All right. Want you. Oh, they're running away. That's not what I wanted. That's new. Let's try to... That's not great. This is an unfortunate turn of events. I thought they would. We were pretty even, so I thought they would come after me. But that's not what happened, obviously. Well, the best we can do is get rid of some of these high damage units. If we can get rid of this, the great swords and the riflemen, that would be great. Ugh. I should have known that was going to happen. Again, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I'm really bad at the game. Where are my Reichsguard? Why aren't they chasing them down? Nope, don't want that. You stop that right now. kill as many of these greatswords as possible. I think we'll do alright. And my right guard don't want to chase down the handgunners. We're going to go ahead and just stop you from... Let's get you in a better position. Reichsguard, you're taking care of the handgunners. Let's get rid of as many of them as possible. Yep, there they go. Oh, what an unfortunate turn of events that I'm sure I probably already knew was going to happen. But that's why I'm here. Let's go. If we can't completely get rid of them, let's make sure that they are definitely very injured. Just don't know where they're going. I thought once they got here, they would withdraw. I wonder. I guess they're heading towards the border. Let's go ahead and take care of the archers because they're here. I hate this. I hate that they don't just... They just ignore my orders. Well, I think we still accomplished the goal. We got rid of the mortars. We got rid of most of their missile units. But now the battle for the city will be a little bit harder than I was planning on it to be. So the greatswords are completely gone. The mortars look like they probably survive. We didn't even touch the knights because they ran off, or any of their melee units, but I think we'll be able to handle them. So in this campaign, I have done 2 big mistakes. I didn't recruit any units on the first turn, and I messed up the ambush. Alright, we did get the mortar. So we don't need to do that, so we'll go ahead and just take the money. Oh, what's that? Oh, it looks like he force marched back to, what's that, Islehart? Stirland demands region. Alright. Averland or Stirland? I feel like Averland survives longer than Stirland does. So we are going to allow them to retain Flensburg. Now we already lost one of the elector counts. All right. Well, let's take a look. And you know what I haven't looked at? I haven't looked at any of the stuff we've gotten. Let's see, charge bonus or toughness. That replenishes health. Ugh. I just want to look. There we go. That's just unbreakable. So I would rather the potion of toughness. We'll give him the potion of foolhardiness.
The nation calls.
Everyone's got ancillaries. All right. Well, with that, I have no idea how to say that name. Uber Serik. It's another fun thing about me is I am terrible at pronouncing words. So I'll be making up names for most of these cities as we go through. So they've already almost fully recovered, which is unfortunate, but we might be able to set up another ambush in this region once we take Uber Sirik. Alright, let's add the archers to Karl's. We'll move you in range to reinforce. And let's attack. Decisive victory makes sense. In the beginning, I tend to try to fight all of my battles manually, no matter how easy they are, because I try to take as little casualties as possible, so I just don't get the wave upon wave of war declarations. Alright, so we got some hills. We'll get our infantry line set up. We'll push you to the side. The Empire endures. Handgunners. Get our handgunners. Ready for war. Missiles will fly. Ready. Alright, we'll have the mortar focus on their crossbowmen. We'll get Karl up front. Now, if you guys want to name my Amber Wizard, feel free to throw some names in the comments, and maybe we'll see what clever things you guys come up with. And our Reichsguard on the flanks to try to distract. Alright, let's get going. Karl, you can stand there. Reichsguard, head towards the flanks. I didn't. I already did. Okay. No, I did not. So they're focusing down some swordsmen, which is fine for now. That's perfect. You guys focus on Karl. Mortar will focus on you. Right, that spearman's not long for this world. Neither are those swordsmen. So I find trying to distract the enemy is the best way that I figured out to be successful as best I can. I do not have the micro to try and do everything at once. So if I can focus down on a smaller portion, I become more successful in general. Alright. Now, let's go ahead and stop you from firing. I don't want any casualties from my own mortars. Alright, you can focus on these swordsmen. That is fine. Alright, I think we'll come out of this pretty unscathed. They're done. Let's take out you. I think we fully eliminated that unit. Let's get you guys in a better position. They're going to go for Karl, which is perfect. He should be distracting them while we blow them up with mortars. Alright, they're done. Alright, so I think Karl's probably taking more. Let's not get you guys crossing lines of fire. It's a terrible idea. Oh, look, our Archlector showed up. Let's see if we can get him a couple kills, and then he can level up a little bit more. I think that's how it works. I have no idea. Alright, there goes those swordsmen. We'll have these guys focus here. I think one good charge will probably solve this problem. Yep, there they go. And victory. Alright, we'll have him take his potion so he's fully healed. And we'll go set up the ambush for the next... Well, I guess we won't do it this turn, but next turn we'll go set up another ambush. Alright. We'll go ahead and occupy here.
I serve the Heldenhammer.
Let's go ahead and level up Karl. So, we'll probably focus on our missile units for now.
Summon the Elector Counts.
I don't think scouting's always good so you can get better magic items and ancillaries, but for now let's try to go out so we can get Flock of Doom. It's always a nice spell to use.
Praise be to
And Route Marcher.
I command here.
Alright, so we'll demolish that for now. Eventually we'll probably put it back in here and remove it from here since this can only needs a tier 3 settlement. But for now, we're going to go ahead and up it here. What next do we want? I probably want artillery so I can add some more. And then why don't we go ahead and increase income. And we'll build up Grunberg.
I am Prince and Emperor.
Okay, we finished our first technology, so why don't we increase growth so we can build up Altdorf faster. Go to diplomacy, see who's willing to deal with us. Just those pesky vampires. Trade agreement, it's getting worse.
All right.
And yeah, no one else. One thing I didn't look at in the first episode is what the actual short campaign victory condition is. So we need to get rid of the Empire Secessionists, of course. The Burrow Legion and Slovenia. That should be fun. And we just need to loot and occupy, loot, raise, or sack 30 different settlements. Right, so that is our current goal, is to, well, save the Empire. And then probably, after Secessionists, get rid of the Burrow Legion. Yeah.
Ready.
Just I can upgrade. Oh, it's probably Helm Guard, isn't it? It is. We'll go ahead. And then we'll end the turn. I did not recruit more units again. Are they heading to Altdorf? I think they are. And I think I'm fine with that. The garrison there can easily take care of that. Grunberg.
Not likely.
Grunberg would have an issue with that.
Champion of the faith. I
Alright.
refuse.
Well, they can't reach anywhere, even in Force March.
The nation calls. Sigmarite
So
Arch
we'll stick
Lector.
you in Force March. Actually,
I will not
that's them in
obey.
Force March.
True servant of Sigmar. I live to
I'm gonna
serve
go ahead and
the
stick
Emperor.
you in normal march. We'll probably recruit a couple archers.
Sigmar forbids this.
He can get here, but I think only because he's in Force March. I guess we'll find out. So let's take Ellenhart. Ilhart? I think it's Ilhart. Alright, it's gonna be more of the same, what we've already done. I think this will be the last battle before we end the episode.
Soldiers of the Empire.
Oh, this is a different map. Alright, well. What's the best strategic position here? Definitely not in that water. Alright, well, as long as we're in range of them, that will force them to march forward.
Ready for war.
We're probably going to end up repositioning some people.
Taking aim.
So I don't know if they'll be able to shoot over that hill. In fact, I know they won't. This might turn out to be a little bit more melee-centric than our other ones. So let's see how I handle that situation. Actually, we're going to stick our other riflemen, our handgunners here.
Swordsmen. State troops ready.
Let's see. We'll bring the Reichsguard off to the right.
Amber wizard. The Empire endures. The Empire endures.
Let's get them positioned there.
Loaded, sir.
Right, let's do it. Let's try to get there.
We hunt this day, yet our quarry is neither boar nor deer. No, as Sigmar fought, so shall we. We will become part of the legend by order of the Grand Theogenist.
Okay, let's get these guys visible so they gain some of their attentions.
Ready.
I definitely want to get Karl up here.
For the Emperor!
There they go. Now they're marching.
Sigmar calls.
Oh, we got a good portion of them. Yeah, I guess it's the normal portion they've been sending.
Taking position.
Run them back that way. We'll get you.
Understood.
Position there.
I will not stand idle.
I do wish you had Flock of Doom, but it is what it is. Oh, there goes that.
Pick your targets! My subjects call! Shaman! Magic untamed! Very well.
Oh, there comes the crossbowman again. Alright, our missile units are taking care of business. They'll probably return and try to hit us from the flanks. So keep an eye out on that.
Ready for war!
There goes the crossbowman. Let's get you focused on these spearmen as soon as they're in range, because I don't want you. Let's get you on the flanks of these archers so they don't get hit unaware. I really want to get rid of these crossbowmen. And they're doing the thing that I hate. Let's see if we can at least get them forcibly in combat. Looks like they're still going after my Reichsguard too. How goes that? Anything? No? Alright. Go take care of those swordsmen.
Don't miss fire!
You guys are returning. That's fine. There we go. And of course the crossbowmen are back because I couldn't finish them off because my Reichsguard wouldn't listen to my orders.
Reichsguard Knights!
Alright, we'll use the trees as cover and we'll finish them off, hopefully.
We serve the Emperor!
Well, let's get Karl back. He's taking some hits that I would prefer him not to. Alright, well there goes the crossbowman. Now I guess the handgunners could shoot over that hill. I didn't think they could. There they go. Now they're broken. Alright. Alright, well that just means we have the Separatist army to take care of, and then we move on to phase 2. Well, with that, thank you for watching episode 2. Feel free to like and subscribe to catch the next episode. Leave your comments for your recommendations, besides reminding me to recruit units, which seems like a very basic thing that I should be able to do on my own, but it's proven twice now that I cannot.